Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool arcade game video for you today. Big Buck Hunter. We're here with Trevor and his family, and he's picking up his Pac-Man arcade game because he's a big fan of Pac-Man. But before he picks it up, we have to install the multi-game in it that you got from highscoresaves.com. And what's the multi-game got on it?
Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, Miss Pac-Man Plus, and Pingo. And then there's different options of slow or fast speed in the Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, I think.
Oh, right. I don't think there's a Miss Pac-Man Plus. I think it's just Pac-Man Plus. Oh, it's on there?
That's what I thought, but that's what it says. It has Miss Pac-Man Plus listed. I didn't know that.
Okay, maybe. I've never heard of that one, but it might just be Pac-Man Plus, but it's Miss Pac-Man instead. That's kind of neat.
Maybe that's Miss Pac-Man with the speed up chip, or what they're calling it.
We're going to find out. I know that much. We're about to find out. So we're starting with a working Pac-Man. Everything's good. So the first thing we're going to do is take the game board out, and then we'll see how easy it is to install this little kit. So we'll do that first. All right. Trevor is unpacking the box. What is that, Trevor?
It's a little magnet that you can get from highscoresaves.com. It's a little magnet instruction card. You can lay it on the CPO or coin door. I guess it just gives you the breakdown of how to bring up certain games with this kit they have. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing works.
All right, what's in the bag?
It is their multi-pack kit.
And this is from High Score Saves.
highscoresaves.com.
highscoresaves.com. All right, cool.
And they do incredibly fast shipping.
All right.
I just ordered this
now
thing.
we haven't put this in yet, so it might not work. But we think it's going to work.
Hopefully. And I don't know what none of this stuff is. You're the
Trevor is not an arcade tech.
Yeah.
So he's not sure what it is, but we're going to figure it out. I've never put one in, but Trevor said he had to have it.
All right. Guess if that sticker goes to the game.
All right. There's a chip. Okay, there's another chip. All right. I think I can see how this is going to go. I think we're going to be good here. All right. There's that one. And then 1M. All right.
That's it.
Let's see what the other side of this looks like.
That's got the multi sticker on it.
Mm-hmm. Is there a little instruction thing? We might have to get it off their website.
Nope.
Oh, a little socket in case you need it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm going to go see if I can print out the instructions, and then we'll see what we can do. Okay, folks, so we have unplugged the board. It's a nice, clean board, with this exception of whatever splashed on it up here, but it's a nice, clean, original board. All right, Trevor, I'm going to have you do it. I'm going to tell you what to do according to the instructions on the website.
All right.
Now, Trevor has no arcade board repair knowledge, so he's completely new at this. All right, so the first thing you're going to do, according to the thing, is cut that cable tie off.
All right.
That's step one.
Gotcha.
Was that too tough?
It was not.
Okay. You might have to cut it some more to get it all the way off, because we got to take that little board off.
Can I pull this out?
Yeah. Usually they're
come around,
or sometimes it will, but usually they're all stiff because they've been in there so long. All right. I think you're good now where you can just pull that whole board up off of there. But do it carefully so you don't bend the legs up. It'll come straight up out of it. All right. Now let's see how it ended up. Look at that. Trevor, you did a perfect job.
So I can pull a chip out.
Yep.
Good.
You are good. Now, so let's take the rest of the zip tie out. This is pretty cool. Trevor, you're going to be an expert before it's all said and done.
I should already be one by now, but...
All right. That worked out pretty good. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do, according to the website, is you're going to pull out all 4 of these program ROMs. So the way you do that is you take a little flathead screwdriver and you put it under the end of it.
Either side or that side?
You might want to do like a little bit this side.
Okay.
And then a little bit this side. Like that. And once you get it a little loose, you can pull it up like that. Yeah. These are a little brittle, but what we're going to do is put them on this
I'll save those.
foam to save them.
All right, cool. Thank you.
So just do it like lightly. You're basically sliding it under so that you can kind of get a little leverage on that socket there. But don't go crazy and gorilla it where you break something. You'll hear it like start popping a little bit as the legs kind of pull out. Can I get this? What I do sometimes is like if you put it in a little bit and then twist it a little bit, right. Like that, something like that.
Right.
Sometimes you need to take a chip out. You need to take a chip out of a socket to clean the legs a little bit or something.
Just don't want to break nothing over here.
Yeah, yeah. Ain't no hurry. Take your time. All right.
There's 2.
Push it down in there. Now these are labeled. They've got little numbers on them, so you can tell where they go if you ever wanted to put them back in.
Yeah, we can do also. We can later. We can shoot my van on the outside real quick.
Oh yeah, we might film an 18 video.
Come on.
So on this one, the one side popped up a little bit. All right. Do all the legs still look intact? Yeah. Yep, we're good. Sometimes you'll get one where when the legs are black like that, they get real weak and they'll break off whenever you do this, which sucks. But
yeah.
They make these chip pullers too, but I've never got one that works really well. Best thing.
They're called flathead screwdrivers?
Flathead screwdriver is about the best thing to use.
Alright.
Alright.
Looks good.
Very cool. Put it in there. And then you're also going to take this one.
Alright. Does it kind of do the same way?
Yeah, same thing. Right. Sometimes depending on the socket, it's a little harder on some chips. Like you might not be able to get a screwdriver in there very good. Very nice. The chips like that, some of those do like the colors and stuff, so you have to change them too so that the colors are right on it. Also that one.
Okay.
We're hearing a PS2 in the background. It's playing Splashdown.
Wow. Looks good.
All right, cool. That's good. And then, also this one. I know this probably seems random, which ones I'm telling you to take out.
I'm just amazed at whatever mind thought these things up.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like.
So you're taking out 1M, and we've got a replacement 1M. So I'm telling you to take out the ones that are like.
Well, I believe you.
You know.
Just how did people come up with this green thing and all this stuff and call it that's a game?
Yeah, yeah.
If one thing's wrong, it don't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
All right. Now, I think these as well, but let me go look real quick. All right, I looked it up, folks. Yeah, it's both of these as well and this one.
All right, take that out.
Let's see.
Did they send enough little things for
Some
each?
of them don't need...
Go back in?
Yeah, don't need one.
Okay. Makes sense.
Because one chip can replace, like...
Gotcha.
Really, you could probably have one replace everything on the board.
All right. That's good.
That one survived.
This one too, right?
Yep, that one too.
It's weird. That hasn't come out of there in 40 years.
Yep.
Like it's been pushed down.
It's been hanging on by the skin of its teeth. This might have been the one you played back in the day.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know that for sure. That's not. All right, we're going to take this one out. This one's going to be tougher because it's bigger.
Right.
So the same thing, but you're going to it's going to give you a little more trouble just because it's so long. It's got 40 pins.
It's like a centipede.
That's the Z80. That's the processor that runs everything. It's like the brains of it.
Arnold had a neural net processor.
On what? Arnold had a neural net processor on
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2.
Yeah. Cyberdyne. All right.
All right, so there's the Z80. Very cool.
It's not much room for any more to go in there.
I think we're going to reuse that one.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go see what the next step is, but I think we've pulled all the ones off of the board that we need to pull off.
Click. All right. Thing plastic.
Trevor's asking me if it's all right if he cuts that zip tie too, because it was cool to break the tension of 40-year-old plastic. That's exactly what he just said, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I have confirmation. All right, so we're going to start putting in the new ones, Trevor.
All right.
So this is 1M. That's labeled?
Yep.
So where do you think it should go?
Probably correspond to where 1M is on here.
Exactly.
But you probably know where it's at faster than I do know where it's at.
So these are all in rows. See, like this is row 1, row 2, row 3.
All right.
And then these are all letters. So 1M, and this one is 2M.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that all works. Now you got to do it a certain way.
All right.
So see how at the end of all of these chips, there is a little, that's a bad example. See how this one has a little notch at the end?
Mm-hmm.
That's telling you that that's the pin below that is pin number 1. And see how this one has a little dot?
Mm-hmm.
It's at pin number 1. And that one, the notch is in that end.
All right.
That means that's pin number 1. There's a little dot there. That's pin number 1. So the notch has to face that way. So on that one, how do you think that one should go?
Looks like flip it around.
Yep. Just like that.
And
you got to very carefully put that in there.
There's a little hair in there. You know.
Oh, that's probably for me.
It's like right in one is a hair, you know. Hair every, let's see. No. That's crazy.
Is it brunette or blonde?
Looks like blonde.
Must have been me.
All right, I think it's going.
I think you're good.
That's weird. All right.
All right, so you need to very carefully make sure every pin goes in every hole.
All right.
And then firmly press down on it. And you don't want to bend any of the pins. So after you're done, you want to like very carefully check it out and see if it looks like there's a pin sticking out. And then go down to the end and look under the end to make sure that there's not a pin sticking out. Does it look like everything's cool? You don't see anything weird?
Looks even all the way through.
All right. So that's one. Look how, see how quick this is going?
Yeah.
Nothing to it but to do it.
That's right.
4A. All right, it's your turn.
All right. A over here. 4A.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Notch again. So go like that.
Yep.
Everything's lined up.
All right, so you all the way in?
I think so.
You can look at it, see if it looks like it went in flat.
Here,
Oh, yeah, you're good. Yeah, both of them are great.
All right.
100%. All right, let's put it back how we have it so we don't get too confused. 7F.
Seven. Right here.
Yep. Now you see how that one's actually labeled on some boards that are not.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't. So it's a little harder sometimes.
The notch, I'm guessing to the right as well.
Yep. Right. Now on the instructions, they were saying like how to do it with the like how the connector's facing and all that, but I guess they're saying that just in case the chip's been removed from it and you can't tell which way the notch goes, but that looks good to me.
Yep.
All right. All right, now we are getting down to the nitty gritty here. All right, so, okay, this is a careful one.
All right.
So very carefully, with your screwdriver, get that ribbon cable out of that socket. See how they've basically placed a ribbon cable in the socket?
You'll work it up the same
Yeah,
way? Okay.
same way as you did the other one, but be careful because them have a ton of little pins. If they bend, it's a bad thing.
Being that it's new, I think I won't be fighting against.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right.
We're good.
All right, so pull it out and then stretch it out like so, and then we're actually even going to flip it over like that.
All right.
Now this one is going to be the toughest part. Same thing, you got to get it in that socket, all 40 pins,
All right.
20 on each side. You got to get it just right.
Looks like it's in.
It's good? Both sides?
Yeah, looks like it.
All right, go ahead. When they're, like you said, when they're new, they should be nice and straight, but sometimes you get them and they're all bent up and everything's messed up.
I don't think that's it.
All right, it's down about as far as it goes?
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
All right.
All right, so we need that one, which is this one. All right, now this one's a little tricky.
All right.
It goes in this one.
The top one?
Yeah, but see how the board is like completely different? Like it doesn't look like these? Mm-hmm. So it goes just like that. Basically, the notch still going that way.
Okay.
You'd be in trouble, though, if somebody took the notch out. Like if somebody took the chip out, you might not know which way it goes. But it kind of goes a little bit different than the other ones, but since the chip's
lines
still
up in
it,
5E.
yeah,
5E.
and it'll hang over 5F a little bit.
All right.
So one of those that you took out, like you don't have to put back in.
Okay. Yeah, it's over it now. Just work it down.
That one's a bigger socket than the other ones too, so it's probably harder to.
Just don't want
See.
to break it, but I'm.
If you're sure it's
going
over,
down.
yeah, it'll be fine. It's just since it's more pins, it's a little bit more force to put it down. All right,
It's
so-
not flush yet.
All
Just
right.
Don't want to break it. Just push it down.
Yeah. If
I don't want to go through your glass either.
oh, you're behind. If you break it, we'll put a new one.
It looks like.
Wreck it, buy a new one. All right. See what you think.
Is it flush or is it still sticking up some?
It is. It's hard to tell. Pretty flush. I think we're good. All right. We about got it.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to take this socket and we're going to put it in this socket. And the whole purpose of that is we're just trying to, when we put that board back on, we're just trying to get it to raise up a little bit so that it doesn't hit that. All right.
Let's push it down.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So the reason that they're replacing all these is this has something to do with the sounds.
Okay.
So that's one of the chips that it's going to, so it's a bigger chip than what was in there because it's going to have like sounds for several games instead of just one.
Okay.
This is like some of the colors, and I think this is too. So I think these two are like colors because some of the games have different colors. This is the character and the mazes. So like some of the games have completely different mazes and even different
Miss
characters.
Pac-Man and plus
Yeah.
pink versus.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the characters, and then this is like the program, like what actually tells it how to do everything. All right, so let's see here. Maybe we'll do the spinning around this way. We have to put the Z80 that you took out of here. We're going to put in here. So
Did I take out a Z80?
yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the long one, the centipede looking.
See how it has pin 1 marked right there?
Yes.
It says pin 1
Yep.
pointing towards there. Mm-hmm. So that's the end that the notch goes on. So you want it to be just like that. But it's the same deal. It's 40 pins, so you kind of have to... It's a little more complex. It goes like in between those, like that.
Oh, okay.
And then like this. So what you got to kind of do is...
Back and forth it?
Now you got to kind of see how it's spring. They're out a little bit on this end, so you kind of have to push it that way a little bit while you're pushing it down. See how now it's seated kind of
Okay.
flat?
All right, now go
And so
down.
now if you go down, you're good. It'll feel like I'm about to bend one.
I think it's down.
No, it needs to keep going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I may be
I
wrong.
just don't want to break anything underneath. This side might be up a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's.
Just don't want to push underneath and.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that's it. It just sits up out of the socket a little higher than usual. We're good. All right, so that's that.
All right.
Okay, so next step, we're going to put this back on.
That's right.
The sync bus board. Now these little pins are real easy to bend, so you got to be careful. It is really simple to miss one of these.
Goes back over that.
And let me make sure we're doing it the right way. Nope, we're backwards.
Okay.
It should be this way, because you want all of these notches facing the same way all the other notches are. So you got to kind of. What I like to do is you kind of get one side in.
All right.
Like so. Bam. All right, so look under there and see if I bent any of them.
No, they all look good.
All right.
The little piece isn't flush to the other plastic. There's a gap.
Yeah.
But it's an even gap, so I guess
think it's how it's
supposed to be. Okay.
All right, so we're going to put a zip tie on that, and I'm going to look at the instructions to make sure we're not screwing anything else up.
Right.
I'm sure this has to connect, but we have to see what order it all connects in. Okay, so we put a zip tie on it. Look at that.
Yep.
Doesn't that look great, Trevor?
Fantastic.
And then we got out the cable, and the cable, the long line, the first place it plugs in is over here on the board, the little daughter board. All right, and then the second one, Trevor, plugs in onto that one, which is 7, it says. So, yeah, there's a little notch on it, so it'll only go one way.
That's right.
Simple as that.
Will it click or just go
I don't
down?
think so, no.
Okay. All right, yeah.
All right, and then you go over to number 4 there. 4A, or whatever that says. Simple as that. And then you go into number 5.
It's hair.
I wonder where all that hair is coming from.
All right.
You say it's all blonde. Is it like a strawberry blonde? Like a reddish strawberry blonde?
Can't quite see it. All right, let's see. Is that like that? Or, yeah, because it wouldn't go through.
Yeah, I think so. If it'll fit like that. Is it? It's got a little
notch, yeah.
Notch, yeah, that's it.
There we go. I'm going to break it there.
All right, and then that one should stretch over to here.
Yeah. Somebody's blowing up back there.
Somebody's playing
Galaga?
some Galaga. All right, Trevor, guess what?
Is it?
I think you're done.
And where's this? Does this hang loose or what?
I think it just hangs loose. I'm going to see how they say to mount it. We'll see. Okay, so this is what it ends like. It looks like total, and they're suggesting just mount that in there with screws. So we're going to try that. So we're going to go put it in the machine and make sure we didn't screw anything up. It looks like all of our notches are facing the proper way. Everything looks cool. So we're going to go put it back in the machine and see if it still works. All right, we've turned it on. It says, "Thanks for playing. Try once more." I think it's working.
So that's all new stuff. I wouldn't.
Sega. www.highscoresaves.com, free play. Oh, it's playing Pango, so it's going through all the attract mode.
Okay, it'll do the attract, I guess, for all the games.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing.
So do you want us to change like some settings? I think maybe we'll go in and mess with the settings.
Okay.
What do you think? Let's see here. I can figure out where our test switch is. You'd think I'd know on a Pac-Man where the test switch is. Oh, it's over here. So I hit service. It says,
Okay.
press start to enter setup. I don't know what I'm doing here. I must have hit the wrong thing. Pac-Man. Press start to enter setup. This is one of those things where I probably should read the instructions. Default game.
If it only goes where it selects only one game in a track mode while it's cut on, I'd rather be Pac-Man in a track mode. But if it rotates and goes all four or what?
Use up, down, and start. Pac-Man. Pac-Man fast. Pac-Man plus. Pac-Man plus fast. Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man fast. Miss Pac-Man plus. You're right, Trevor. Miss Pac-Man plus fast. Pingo popcorn. All right, so you'd rather it just be regular Pac-Man?
Yeah, as the attract mode.
As the attract mode. Okay. Free play. You want it on free play?
Yeah.
Attract sounds off or on? So it'll play like a little bit. You'll hear the sound of the game playing.
Yeah, like. On is fine. All right.
1 and 4 means like every fourth time it plays, it'll do it.
That's it.
Yes, that'll be good.
Okay.
Show high scores. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Enter Pac-Man settings, Pango settings, game menu settings. We might go back to that.
Okay.
Save scores all, backup scores, restore scores, reset default game high score table, reset all dip settings, game menu access. So I guess if that's on, maybe it makes it where it boots up to the menu instead of the game.
Makes sense.
But I think I'd rather, if it was me, I'd rather boot up the Pac-Man and then you can hold the button to go to the game selection menu.
Me too.
That way it's kind of hid.
Yeah.
Boot up with default game, or I'll bet you can change that to the last played game. Okay, we'll do default game because it's, you want it to be a Pac-Man. Boot up menu enabled. Oh, that must be when it first turns on, that thing that it did. Or it said.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if I guess it was just showing it. Anyway. Reset button disabled. I'm not sure what that is. We could look, I guess. Online off. So some of these kits you could play them online. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, save. So we'll go to Pac-Man settings. So what level you start at on Pac-Man? That's pretty cool. I guess you can change all that.
Does it look like the whole thing is going in and out a little bit when it does that?
Yeah, whenever something flashes on it, like if a lot of stuff flashes on the screen, usually it'll make it bloom a little bit.
So what were you asking about?
The start level, you want it to start on level 1, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It's an upright, not a cocktail. Ghost name's normal.
Ghost names.
You want 5 lives or?
Yeah, let me go.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, or 5.
Yeah, let me go 5 so I can play longer.
All right.
Still get good at it.
Bonus life at 10,000.
Yeah, 10,000.
Difficulty normal or hard?
Normal.
Normal, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this.
Coinage, 1 coin, 1 credit. That's right.
That'll be irrelevant, but yeah, I guess.
Pac-Man or Pac-Man plus kill screen. You want the kill screen so that you can get to it. And
256. Or level 256.
Inky and Pinky's artificial intelligence can be either original or fixed. I guess we'll do original.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
All right, so now we go down to save. Press the start button. Okay, I think it's because I'm in test, I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe that reset it. All right, there we go.
So, every 4th loop around,
it'll play like some music. Or I guess it will. It might just be on certain games. I don't know. Because Pac-Man originally didn't have a track music, but maybe they've added some.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
But it looks pretty cool. Okay, we're going to mount the little board in the back, and then we're about done. There's the high scores. The 10 best players.
Awesome.
Maybe it'll play the track mode because it just made a little noise.
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they added that. They're Gonna get him. Nope. Man, he's playing a perfect game.
That's a long track run.
I think it just does it till he dies.
Oh.
They'll get him right here. Somewhere.
Then it will loop through and then go back and then silent.
Yeah.
Most likely.
All right, cool. So we'll mount that little board on the back, and then we'll be done inside. Okay, we think we figured it out. All right, so we got the thing mounted. We couldn't figure out how to get into the menu, but it was because we had it disabled in the test menu.
Yep.
All right, Trevor. So try it out.
All right.
So we haven't really messed with it yet.
Pop it just to go to Pac-Man.
Or you can do whatever you want.
All right. All right. Well, so I'm gonna hold it for 4 seconds, like it says, and then release. 2, 3. Or maybe it does it after it.
I think you got to wait till he kind of freezes. There you go.
Hold that start button for 4 seconds, and then it brings up your options. So you got Pac-Man, Pac-Man Fast, which will be fun to play, plus Pac-Man plus Fast, okay? Miss Pac-Man, then apparently there's a Miss Pac-Man plus.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And then you pick whichever one you want to go to. So I'm going to try the Pac-Man Fast. I guess start.
What'd you do? Did you break it?
No, I hit start game.
No, I'm just messing.
Is that what you're... Oh, this would be the same thing, right?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
He moves fast.
Let's see if that's how it comes up. Yep. Oh, that's cool.
So now you got the regular and the fast version. So what do you think so far of the kit?
Highly endorse it.
He highly endorses it, people.
Yeah. It doesn't change any of the original stuff. You can always put it back.
Yeah, it's cool how it just plugs
it's a lot
in.
of fun. Yeah, plug and play, really. Yeah, I'll have to play around.
Now, what are your honest thoughts about them including Pingo on it?
They could have just honestly left Pingo off and just had your...
He's never heard of Pingo.
I've never heard of Pingo. I mean, I feel sorry for it, but I mean, maybe that's the only way they could get somebody to... I don't know. Maybe there's a Pingo champion out there somewhere. Hey, I've never heard of it.
Now, you might play it and decide that it's your favorite.
Yeah, I doubt it. But
You might like it better than Pac-Man. You're going to be like, Ron, can you give me one of those Pingos, like the real one?
Yeah.
The dedicated one with the big cabinet?
Dedicated Pingo, yeah. This is cool so far. So.
It does have a cool cabinet. Pingo?
Pingo does?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. It's a cool game. You'll like it. It'll probably be better than you think. Now, I'm not saying it's Pac-Man cool.
It's not legendary, though, is it?
No, it's not.
Iconic, even.
Well, people know what it is. It's got its own little thing, but it's not Pac-Man.
But I'm the guy that drives the A-Team van, and I've never heard of Pingo.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And he does know all about the 80s stuff, and he's never heard of it, so it slipped by him. You got your extra man at 10,000 like they said you would? Then you got Kilt?
Yep. Well, I'll definitely get a lot further than I've ever got before on this thing.
And it'll save your high score, too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there you go. All right. Well, thank you for watching, folks. Looks like everything works good. Pretty cool little kit. Isn't that... Would you say it's hard to install for a novice?
No, not even. As long as you follow what it says on
the directions. I was just telling you what the directions
it's
said.
pretty much plug in. I mean,
Yeah, you just plug and play.
You have to solder anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was...
That's what Super Pac-Man looks like.
Okay. Cool. So if I wanted to go right now and change.
Hold it down. There you go. Till
There we
everything
go.
freezes.
Okay, and then Miss Pac-Man.
Let's see if it works.
That's awesome.
It does look like Miss Pac-Man.
This is cool. I'm glad I went ahead and got this thing. Hey, now, after you play the fast version and you go back to the regular,
Yep.
it seems so slow.
You know the regular does speed up though after a while.
Yeah, like on this one, second level or so, it starts getting faster. Yeah. That was close.
That was close, but you made it.
Yep.
You had at least a pixel to spare. All right, folks, so we're going to keep playing it, and leave your comments below and let Trevor know what you think about his handiwork here. This is all Trevor's doing. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.